I'll start that, Darla. That looks good, right? So I guess what we'll do is we'll actually open the greens first. I'm just gonna get some music going. Look how many ads there are. What's up, Urban? What's going on, bud? There we go. Now we found what we needed to find. All right, cool. So we should be able to look through this website here. Maybe. Let's do just a quick check to see if the site that I'm on is actually going to work. Okay. MIC 187U. Okay, so like so what I'm doing is I'm trying to figure out how much, because there's certain cards that I'm looking for. So for instance, this is one of the cards that I had or have, and I wanted to check the price on it. So I can use this place called Card Conduit to see how much this particular card is worth. And this card's original value was probably really low, but right now it's retailing for $1.29, and it came out of a $4.99 pack, so this is not bad. So we'll check another one. We'll check one of my foils and see if maybe that'll help. So one of the ways that you can see which card in particular it is by there's a number right down here at the bottom where it says MIC 187. So you can check by that, which will really help. So anywho, moving on. So this is my Wilhelt. Oh shit. This is my Wilhelt, and you can see one of the biggest problems with foils is that they do this. So I'm gonna have to double sleeve this at some point, which I have more sleeves now, so I will be able to do. So that's great. Let's do that really quick just so I can see in multiple spots. So actually, you know what? No, I don't like this. Okay, so let's go ahead and do a quick check on this card just to make sure everything is on the up and up. This is Wilhelt. I think this is a foil. I don't think it's foil etched though. Really? So for some reason that won't bring up that one. Let's try another spot. Commander Innistrad. Midnight Hunt. Let's try that. See if maybe I can find him this way. Okay, so this isn't bad. Not worth a whole lot, obviously. So the thing that we need to try to do, let's just go Adventures in the Forgotten Realm. And then we should be able to look stuff up based on that. So anywho, this is a couple. And we're just gonna go ahead and continue moving through. But we've already opened those. We know what those are. What we don't know is what's inside of this and what's inside of this. Now, I'm probably gonna start with the greens just because I play black and blue right now. But the idea is for me to start building a green deck, well, green and black deck or a green and white deck. So it'll be cool if we get something that's worth something, but we're not gonna just, we don't play Magic the Gathering or buy MTG cards for that reason in particular. You know, we play it because we enjoy playing it, and we buy cards because we enjoy opening cards, so, or opening packs. I do need to go through these though at some point. It's like, the funny thing is like, it's almost like it's setting me up to have a red deck here pretty soon. I just don't know what kind of red deck I would like to build. But nevertheless, I digress. We're gonna move on. We've got all of these cards everywhere. Oh, we've also got new sleeves too. So these black sleeves are going to be gone, and we're gonna be replacing them with, 1 second. These bad boys right here. Isn't that dope? So that will happen at some point. Not yet, but that will happen at some point. All right, so I guess let's get to opening the greens. I'm just gonna grab a quick water really quick. Turn this down. That's weird. So I wonder if it's just standard artifacts. Let's try Exotic Orchard and see what happens here. $173. MIC 173. Okay, so that's a 10-cent card. So maybe it's just, maybe that particular site is just only able to look up stuff from the Magic the Gathering set instead of ones from other sets, which is weird because you would imagine that they'd all be linked in together, but apparently they're not, which kind of sucks. Is there a way to filter that? No. Okay, so you have Unholy Officiant, the Val 41, so you do have some cards from... That's weird. All right, so we're gonna have to enter stuff in at multiple locations and multiple websites apparently to figure out what the prices are on things, which is okay. I'm not upset about having to do that. That's fine. It's not a big deal. But I'm gonna grab a water and then we'll start opening up the greens. So for starters, as you can tell, this is $7.99, and so was this. And now we might get something that is, you know, worth a little bit out of these, but it's not anything that's certain. But it'd be cool if we actually like opened up these packs and had cards that were worth more than $7.99 in them. Because then we could just buy more, buy more packs. And of course the packs are all the way at the bottom. Makes total sense. So we're just gonna actually open the bottom. Maybe it's set up that way so you don't mess up the top of the box. I don't know. Inquiring minds would like to know. So these are kind of interesting because I'm used to actually physically opening packs, but these aren't. These are just like little, they're just little plastics. That's interesting. All right. Now this is from, just so everybody's clear, Adventures in the Forgotten Realms. This is a green theme booster, so if you're running a green commander, this is what this will pertain to you, I guess. That scared me. Are you totally lost? Obviously, Dungeon of the Mad Mage. That's something that is potential. We're gonna turn this down. All right, so first card. Probably a land, right? No, Froghemoth. Creature, frog horror. I'll bring this up to the camera a little bit. It's got trample and haste. Whenever Froghemoth deals combat damage to a player, exile up to that many target cards from their graveyard. Wow. Put a 1/1 counter on Froghemoth for each creature card exiled this way. You gain 1 life for each non-creature exiled this way. Boy, that's a tough card. All right, actually, let's do a quick check on this. This is the AFR 184. And right off the bat, 52 cents. Solid. Set that there. Next card. Tiamat. Oh, I've actually seen this a couple of times. Legendary creature, dragon god, flying, of course. When Tiamat enters the battlefield, if you cast it, search your library for up to 5 dragon cards not named Tiamat that have different names. Reveal them, put them into your hand, and then shuffle. This is actually, I saw Joe Manganiello running this particular card in one of the tabletop games, or one of the Magic the Gathering games that I seen him do. I don't know if this card actually has any worth to it, though. Oh, Shiza. Okay. Well, guys, I'll just tell you right now, we have officially paid for this booster pack. This card right here is a $7.28 card. So that's pretty good. Thumbs up. So anything from here on out is a plus. That's for sure. Man, there's one Tiamat. What is that? Wait, which one is this? This is a... Oh, okay. So there's a card, a PAFR. 235. That's $17. That's pretty cool. Oh, what up, big dog? How you doing? What's going on, Zeph? How you doing, my man? Hope you're living well. I just want to say that I've already paid for this pack off of 1 card, so I'm a little happy. I'm a little happy about that. I should say set. All right, next one is Dire Wolf Prowler. I don't think this card's going to have much worth to it, but Dire Wolf Prowler gets 2/2 and gains haste until end of turn. Activate only once each turn. A lot of these Dire Wolf things are going to end up having haste, I think. I think that's one of the vibes behind Dire Wolf, is that they end up having haste. Purple Worm. This is one of my favorite creatures in all of D&D. I love Purple Worm. So seeing card art that has the Purple Worm on it is just incredible. This spell costs 2 less to cast if a creature died this turn. Ward. Whenever this creature becomes the target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, counter it unless that opponent can pays 2. Yes, sir, just usual. Yeah, opening the first booster. It is the Forgotten Realms green. Who the fuck was he throwing to? Jesus? Nice job, Kirk. Go ahead and go out there and suck already. Good job. I also have something kind of cool, Zeph. I don't know if you saw it already, but these will be my new sleeves. I found some Game of Thrones sleeves, and I thought they were pretty dope. Next one, Scaled Herbalist. I like this card. Lizard Druid. You may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield. Wow, that's actually a pretty cool tap. Yeah, that's this is the Targaryen one. The Targaryen banner. I actually have a banner like this upstairs in my office too. You know what? Let's see. Purple Worm doesn't have. It can't have that much worth to it, right? Purple Worm? Probably not. Yeah, there's nothing there. That's okay. We like the Purple Worm for the artwork. Why is it not at my stream dashboard? Or my creator dashboard? There we go. That's better. All right. Next one. Neverwinter Druid. Oh, man. 2, sacrifice Neverwinter Druid. Search your library for a basic forest card. Put it onto the battlefield. Tap, then shuffle. That's interesting. So I guess the idea... I always... You know what, Apple? It's so funny that you say that. Because the way that I'm doing it now, I could just, like, smell the card. Like, since I'm behind the camera right now and I'm not, like, facing it away from me, it's kind of close to my face. I just love the spell. Also, I really like this camera angle because then I don't have to do any pivoting to try to get stuff in the camera. I can just put my hand in front of it and then bada bing, bada boom. Move this way if I need to. But yes, these cards smell incredible. This is a sacrifice card for 2 mana, but I mean, Zeph will be able to tell you I love low cost. So this just being 1 green is actually pretty dope. I do have a feeling that my next commander is going to be green. I haven't decided it yet, but I have a feeling that my next commander is going to be green. Druid class. Oh, this is interesting. This is an enchantment. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 1 life. Level 2, you may play an additional land on each of your turns. Whoa. When this class becomes level 3, target land you control becomes a creature with haste, and this creature's power and toughness are each equal to the number of lands you control. Whoa. This is a whoa card as far as enchantments go. That's actually... I like this a lot. Let's actually do some quick looking really quick. How's your Sunday going, Apple? Okay, that's not bad. AFR 180. Got 34 cents. 34 cents. We're not mad at 34 cents. We'll take it. We'll take it. Next one. Owlbear. Who doesn't love owlbears in D&D, right? This obviously has trample. Keen senses. When owlbear enters the battlefield, draw a card. This is one of the things that are kind of interesting because you're always getting something when it enters. So that's an ETB card. So I like this. I like this card. It also has trample, and it's kind of low cost. It's only a total of 5 mana. So I don't really hate that. That's not bad. Keen senses, draw a card, get cards in your hand. That's good. As long as you're not playing somebody that's going to mill you like Zephyr. Hill Giant Herd Gorger. That is a mouthful. Hill Giant Herd Gorger. When Hill Giant Herd Gorger enters the battlefield, you gain 3 life. Wow, that's an interesting one. 6 mana for this. And it's a 7/6. That's not bad. It's not bad. You guys think Hill Giant has anything behind it? You think it's got any weight to it? Nah. That's a bulk card. Moving on. There's supposed to be some rares and mythics in here. The class cards in this set are dope, more specifically Priest and Warlock. Oh, that's interesting. That is interesting. Are you playing 50 feet off the guy? Is that the idea? We're going to play 50 feet off of somebody? Jesus Christ. Sorry, guys. I'm also watching the Vikings game right now, so this is just... It's going to be insane. I'm going to be yelling a lot. You happen on a Glade instant. Okay, this is something that I kind of want to get into. Choose one. Journey on. Search your library for up to 2 basic land cards. Reveal them. Put them into your hand. Then shuffle. Okay. Make camp. Return target permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. I actually kind of like make camp, actually. As in, I like that. Let's see here. Okay, that's nothing. We're not concerned. Do watch out for extended art cards and mythic rare cards. Tiamat is a mythic. So this one right here. This is the card that I was saying already paid for the set. Why does it look like, am I cutting it off? No, it's okay. Do I need to be over here more? Yeah, that's probably a little bit better. Cause this isn't like the best version of Tiamat, but it's this is a $7.24 card. And the pack was only $7.99, so it's pretty good. Not upset. Next card. There we go. There we go, Minnesota. Let's start playing some defense today. Let's play a little bit of defense today. How about it? All right. Inspiring Bard, which is exactly what I just did right there. Creature, Elf Bard. When Inspiring Bard enters the battlefield, choose one. Bardic Inspiration. One of my favorite things to cast in D&D is Bardic Inspiration. And target creature gets a +2/+2 until the end of turn. Song of Rest, you gain 3 life. That's actually pretty great. This is a pretty great card for just 4 total mana. 3 any and then 1 green. That's pretty good. I like that. All right, next card. Circle of the Moon Druid, another incredible caster. Creature, human elf druid, bear form. As long as it's your turn, Circle of the Moon Druid is a bear with base power and toughness of 4/2. That's interesting. So when it's your turn, this changes into bear form and becomes a 4/2. And it's actually pretty healthy if somebody tries to attack it because it's a 2/4. So that's pretty good. I actually like this for a green base card. Like I said, I might try to do green and white. I also might try to do green and black. Those are two ideas that are floating out there. Oh, look, this is cool. Why did I get 2 of these? This is another You Happen on a Glade card. So there's that. Don't really need to look that up. Druid class, we've already got that one. Okay, that's interesting. We got some duplicates in here. Owl Bear, we got that already. Scaled Herbalist, we've got that already. Neverwinter Dryad, we have that. Another Scaled Herbalist. Another Neverwinter. Another Inspiring. Oh boy, another Purple Worm. Plummet, okay. That's a different card, but this is a little bit worrisome. Spoils of the Hunt. Target creature you can control gets a +1/+0 until the end of turn for each mana from a treasure that was... Okay, so that's treasure-based. We're not really going to run anything treasure-based, I don't think. You meet in a tavern. Sorcery. Form a party. Look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal any number of creature cards from among them and put them into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Start a brawl. Creatures you control get a +2/+2 until end of turn. That's not a bad sorcery card. I don't hate that. Gnoll Hunter. Like it. Pack Tactics. Whenever Gnoll Hunter attacks, if you attacked with creatures with a total power 6 or greater this combat, put a +1/1 counter on Gnoll Hunter. That's not bad. Then it become a 3/3. That's not terrible. Another You Meet in a Tavern. Another Plummet. Wandering Troubadour. Creature, Dragon Bard. Okay. Interesting. Find the Path, enchantment. Okay. Enchant land. When Find the Path enters the battlefield, venture into the dungeon. Okay, cool. Enchanted lands have a tap, add 2. Oh, that's interesting. That is very interesting. You find a cursed idol. I like these cards where it's you find something. I like that. Choose one. Smash it. Destroy target artifact. Lift the curse. Destroy target enchantment. Steal its eyes. Create a treasure token and venture into the dungeon. Okay. All right. That's not bad as far as sorcery cards go. Coming towards the end here. Choose your weapon. This is an instant. Choose one. 2 weapon fighting. One of my favorite classes. Our forms of combat in D&D, I should say. 2 weapon fighting, double target creature's power and toughness until the end of turn. That'd be great on the Owlbear. Choose your own adventure card. I know, right? Archery, the spell deals 5 damage to target creature with flying. That's incredible. That right there is incredible, because if somebody has something serious out there where it's flying, and since it can't be blocked, you're going to need an instant like this to take it out. So that's an incredible card. I like this card a lot. We don't know exactly if we're going to need certain things to... What the fuck? Who is it? Is that Cook? Oh, it's AT? Okay. Why are we, like, highballing? He's by himself. Intrepid Outlander, creature, Orc Ranger, dig it. Reach. It's got pack tactics. Whenever Intrepid Outlander attacks, if you attack with creatures with a total power of 6 or greater, venture into the dungeon. Of course, the idea behind these is to... Hold on, we'll get out the dungeon card. If I can find it. There it is. Right here. Dungeon of the Mad Mage is what came in this one. And, come on, Cook. So you would just continue to go down this dungeon, which is cool, and you get to Mad Wizards, draw 3 cards and reveal them. You may cast one of them without paying its mana cost. That's what you really want to get to in Dungeon of the Mad Mage. Moving on, we only have a few more cards left in this, and then we're going to do something kind of interesting now that we found a way to pull up what our cards are worth. We're going to actually do something kind of interesting. All right, next one. Ranger's Longbow. I just like this artwork, so I'm just going to show this off really quick because I love that bow. Maybe let's not run the ball, guys. Maybe let's not run the ball and be super predictable as what we're going to do at the goal line. Maybe we try something that isn't the same thing over and over and over again, just theoretically. Okay. Equipped creature has +2/+1 and has reach. Equip 3, attached to target creature you control, equipped only as a sorcery. Okay, so that's actually kind of interesting, because if you equip it as, if I'm correct, if you equip it as a sorcery, it can't be destroyed. It's just there. And if it's just an art, if I do it, yeah, exactly right, Apple. Look, misses entirely. Terrible. So yeah, if it's an artifact, it can be destroyed, but if it's sorcery and nobody can resolve it, then it'll just stick, and then somebody gets +2/+1. That's pretty great. Bull Strength. That's a cool looking card. Target creature gets +2/+2 and gains trample until the end of turn. Untap it. This is an incredible card, and it costs 2. That's pretty incredible. All right, last card is Hunter's Mark, one of my favorite things to cast in Hearthstone and D&D. It's an instant. The spell costs 3 mana less to cast if it targets a blue permanent that I don't control. The spell can't be countered. Target creature you control gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Then it deals damage equal to its power to target creature or planeswalker you don't control. That's interesting. So it costs 3 less to cast if it targets a blue permanent you don't control. So say I'm playing with... Oh, I'm sorry. I'm out of the thing. Say I'm playing with somebody that has blue, right? I can cast Hunter's Mark on them. They would be the target creature. They'd get +1/+1. And then they would have to, basically I'd be working out a deal for them to attack a target creature or planeswalker that I don't control. I think another way I could do this is make them, good shit, AT. Go off. Maybe I could make somebody sacrifice their creature. So I put it on somebody that has a blue permanent. They get +1/+1. I use that card to target another card and take both of the cards out at the same time. So Hunter's Mark is going to be great. If I switch over to blue, or if I switch over to green. I'd not really even switch over to green because I'm going to continue playing black. Black is, I love playing the black-blue. And at this point, my black-blue deck is predominantly black. All right. Now we have another box to open. Ta-da! The next one. This is a black theme booster. Nice. We actually scored. Incredible. All right. So, oh, that's a cool looking card. All right. So we're not gonna look at the bottom cards because that's cheating. Let's actually switch over to this because I want to see Adventures in the Forgotten Realm. I wish there was a way that you could just, like, best black cards in Adventures in the Forgotten Realm. But that's fine. We can mull through and actually look it up. We can do the heavy lifting. That's no problem. All right. Totally lost. And we got Dungeon of the Mad Mage again, which is okay. There's nothing wrong. It's fine. No big deal. I would have liked a different dungeon, but that's okay. All right, first card. Be something good. Westgate Regent, creature, vampire, flying. Oh boy. And it's 5 mana. Ward, discard a card. Whenever this creature becomes the target of a spell or ability, an opponent controls, counter it unless that player discards a card. That's going to be pretty good. Whenever Westgate Regent deals combat damage to a player, put that many +1. Whoa. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player. Now that's interesting because it says combat damage to a player, and I'll need the rules lawyers in here because combat damage to a player or a target creature. But since it says player, I think it has to go directly to the commander or the player in particular. But if it deals 4 damage, that's interesting. So if it says deals combat damage to a player, put that many whenever. So if it does 1, do I put a 1/1 and then it just goes up every time? That's interesting. I'll have to look into more of the rules of this particular card. But I do like the card a lot. It's actually kind of cool. Let's just check. I'm pretty sure that this is a pretty standard card. Yeah, I mean, it's the AFR 126. So this is a 24-cent card. It's better than the bottom bare minimum one. So that's good. It's 24 cents. There's nothing wrong with that. We'll take a couple of dimes and 4 pennies. Manticore, another one. Creature, flash, flying, tail spikes. When Manticore enters the battlefield, destroy target creature and opponent controls that was dealt damage this turn. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. And it only costs 4. This is still a little bit too high for my current zombie tribal deck, but it might be good for another. We could go high cost black deck. I could probably create a high cost black deck with some of the stuff that I have right now. That's cool. I like it. We're not mad. Feign Death. This is actually a really, really good spell inside of D&D. Until the end of turn, target creature gains. When this creature dies, return it to the battlefield tapped under its owner's control with a 1/1 counter on it. Interesting. I like it. How many cards do you run in a deck? It depends. If you are playing standard Magic, it is 60. If you're playing Commander, it's 100. and I have to sneeze. Oof. Hurry up and sneeze, Ricky. God damn it. Well, I couldn't get my sneeze out. Oh, let me get this plastic out of the way. Let's go, Minnesota. Come on, baby. Eyes of the Beholder. This is the card that I was talking about. Just looks really cool. Check that out. Target. Target creature gets a minus 11/11 until the end of turn. This is just getting rid of it. This is just, that's it. Anytime, if you drop Eyes of the Beholder, that's it. And this is only 6. That might make it into one of my decks. Back when you play Pokemon had a hard cap, no more, no less. Yeah, no, there's a hard cap for Commander. I don't play standard Magic, so, but I mean, I know the rules say that it's, only 60. Great secondary play, Minnesota. Incredible. I want to get into Pokemon, to be honest. Power Word Kill. Incredible. Destroy target non-angel, non-demon, non-devil, non-dragon creature. Incredible. This is going into my current deck. Especially because of this right here. That mana cost. Perfect. 1/1. That's it. And it's an instant. Perfect. Incredible card. Demogorgon's Clutches. Ooh, that's a cool name. Target opponent discards 2 cards, mills 2 cards, and loses 2 life. Hey, Zeph, it's another mill card. That's interesting. Because you discard 2 cards and mill 2 cards, and you lose 2 life. So you lose 4 cards and 2 life. This might make it. That might make it into the current. Okay, Herald of Hadar. Creature, human warlock. Oh, I've seen cards like this. This is actually kind of cool. So it's called Circle of Death, right? He's gone. You roll. So to cast it is this. To do Circle of Death is that. So 1 to 9, each opponent loses 2 life. 10 to 19, each opponent loses 2 life, and I gain 2 life. If I roll a nat 20, each opponent loses 2 life, I gain 2 life, and I get to create 2 treasure tokens. So this is actually a really interesting card. It probably will not make my current one, but this is definitely something to look at in the future. We're going to see if this might have any weight to it. Minnesota plays terrible defense now. Herald of Hadar. Okay, so this is a bulk one. So there is nothing too special about this card, aside it being a cool card. Lightfoot Rogue, another one. Sneak attack. Whenever Lightfoot Rogue attacks, roll a d20. This is probably going to be going into my set. 1 to 9, Lightfoot Rogue gains Death Touch until the end of turn. Incredible. It gets +1, +0, and gains Death Touch until the end of turn. 20, it gets +3, +0, and gains First Strike and Death Touch until the end of turn. First Strike and Death Touch is incredible because you get to strike and you get Death Touch, so that insta-kill is pretty much everything. It's a good card. Very good card. I actually see me being able to build a deck off of the stuff that's just in this. Vampire Spawn. I love this card. When Vampire Spawn enters the battlefield, each opponent loses 2 life and I gain 2 life. That's pretty good. That's actually pretty good because if I'm playing 3 people, I could get 6 life just pretty simply without actually having to do any work. And it's a 2/3, which isn't bad. This is probably not anything super special, but Okay, yeah, that's not a special card. That's all right. So we have not been able to pay for this pack yet, but we paid for the other one, so. Reaper's Talisman. I like this. Whenever equipped creature attacks, it gains death touch until the end of turn. Whenever equipped creature attacks alone, defending player loses 2 life and I gain 2 life. Man, all right, so this is going to go into the deck. It's a great artifact, and it gives my creatures death touch, which is what I want. I want everything to have death touch. Because if you give your things death touch, there's a good chance that nobody's going to be able to, or nobody will decide to block it because they'll lose their creature. So we're going to go ahead and say Reaper's Talisman is making its way into the deck. Oh man, Baleful Beholder, this is cool. When Baleful Beholder enters the battlefield, choose 1. Anti-Magic Cone. Each opponent sacrifices an enchantment. Not bad. Fear Ray. Creatures you control gain menace until the end of turn. A creature with menace can't be blocked except by 2 or more creatures. I like menace, and this would be great for my zombies, because if I have a ton of zombies on the board and they have menace, I was already able to create 13 zombies and they were pretty much unblockable. So 13 zombies with menace, where you would need a total of 26 total creatures to block all of them. That's pretty good. So I'm going to say just right now that Reaper's Talisman and